Axel, go! The officer shouted. The dog lunged straight at the old man, but just inches from impact. He stopped, sat down and refused to move. No one paid much attention to the old man who wandered the town square of Bridgetown, Missouri. His name was Raymond Tucker, a retired postal worker in his late 70s. He walked with a slight limp and wore the same faded green jacket every day, its cuffs frayed from years of use. Most people assumed he was just another lonely soul, passing time on empty benches and feeding birds with crusts of bread. But what they didn't know was that Raymond had once served in the army as a canine handler back in 1972. Stationed overseas, he had worked alongside a German shepherd named Major. Together they had patrolled roads, cleared buildings and survived ambushes, until one day a landmine ended Major's life and shattered something in Raymond. Forever he was discharged soon after. Since then, he never owned another dog. Some losses, he once told a stranger, don't ever leave you. They just sit with you. One chilly Thursday morning. Raymond stopped by the park as usual. The air smelled of cut grass in autumn. He sat on a bench near the playground, watching the children laugh and run. It brought him peace, even if he didn't speak to anyone. But this time something went wrong. A nervous shopkeeper had called the police, reporting an unstable man loitering near children. Minutes later, 2 patrol cars pulled up. One officer approached cautiously while the other stayed back with a German shepherd canine named Axel, a sleek, powerful dog trained for precision and obedience. "Sir, step away from the playground," the officer called Raymond. Hard of hearing, didn't catch the words. He raised a hand to his ear in confusion and took a small step forward. The younger officer misread the motion. "Canine unit, engage." Axel bolted. The crowd froze. A child dropped a toy. Raymond barely had time to register what was happening before the dog was upon him, and then nothing. Axel stopped just inches away. His body tensed, then softened instead of attacking. He sat down quietly at the old man's feet. For a long moment, nobody moved. Axel leaned forward and nudged his nose into Raymond's hand. The old man blinked, stunned, then his eyes welled with tears. "Major," he whispered. He knew it wasn't possible, but something about Axel, his stance, his gaze, the calm weight of his presence felt so heartbreakingly familiar. The officer tried again. "Axel, return." But the dog ignored him. He pressed closer to Raymond, resting his head against the man's leg as if to say, "I know you, you're safe now." People around them watched in disbelief. Phones came out. One bystander filmed the entire moment, a trained attack dog defying orders to comfort an old man in the park. Raymond sat down slowly, his hands shaking as they stroked Axel's back. "It's been so long," he murmured, "but you remembered me, didn't you?" Later the officers apologized. The one who gave the command couldn't understand it. "Axel has never disobeyed before," he kept saying, "not once." 3 days later,
The Bridgetown Police Department reached out. Axel was due to retire from service within the year, given the bond they'd witnessed. They asked Raymond if he would consider adopting him when the time came. Raymond didn't take long to answer. When spring arrived, the town square looked a little different. Raymond still wore his old green jacket, but now he walked with a steadier gait by his side. Trotted Axel. No longer an officer, but a companion. They were just 2 old souls who had found each other again. Somehow. Sometimes the one trained to follow orders listens instead to his heart